name is Chris Tavey. I'm putting together this instructional video for the IJA tutorial contest. Let's learn how to do this blind catch. Oh, it's a cool trick. Take 3 balls, chuck one over your head, catch it blindly while the other 2 are in the air, and resume the juggle. Before we get into that full-blown version, let's break it down and look at how to pull off the essential blind catch. Like a lot of my videos, I want to encourage you to exercise caution from the very beginning. Make sure that you practice this trick in a wide open area. Don't do it in your kitchen, don't do it in your living room, do it where there's lots of open space. When you start to practice this trick, it's a blind catch behind you, and you will be having to move your head down very, very quickly. If there's a countertop near you or a coffee table, if you're babysitting and there's lots of little kids running around, when you go down like this to catch a ball, you will be slamming your forehead into whatever surface happens to be around you, and it could very easily injure you. You want to make sure you plant your feet roughly shoulder width apart, maybe a little further than that. Nothing wide spread out, and certainly not any closer than shoulder width. As we practice this first stage, it's really important to learn that. You don't want to have to learn how to catch the ball between your legs by shuffling your feet to catch it. Especially when you want to later on integrate throwing the blind catch with others that are in the air. Having solid command over where that prop is going to be when you catch it between your legs is hard enough. Much less having to deal with shuffling around as you're trying to execute that. Step 2. With your feet planted, shoulder width apart, it's now time to work on throwing the perfect arc over your head so that when it travels from the front of your body and lands in the back, you'll have enough time and distance to catch it blindly between your legs. So, with that in mind, take your 2 props that you have here, put them on the ground. You need to work on creating an arc that begins comfortably in front of your body, but then lands, when it finally does fall, roughly 8 inches behind your back. This would not help. When I bend over later on to catch it, it's going to land in the center of my back. That distance is much closer to where I will actually be when I bend over to catch the blind catch later on. I don't just throw it and then bend down and hope for the best. In fact, what I do is I make sure that when I throw that ball, it goes in an arc that is in the center of my body. I'm not catching it out here or on the left side of my body, I'm catching it right in the middle. So it makes sense to start that throw over the middle of your head. Another reason for throwing it in the middle of my body is that as it starts to go over my head, that's my last time to spot it. Spotting in this trick is everything. You can kind of mentally calculate what kind of distance and timing you think it will be when your hand and that ball make contact. When you want to do the blind catch, keep it low. I usually throw it about 18 inches above my head. There's absolutely no reason, it does you no good to learn how to toss this ball real high over your head. For whatever reason, I find it easier to actually execute the throw and the blind catch with the same hand, which for me is my right hand, my dominant hand. In the beginning stages, don't sweat it if you don't catch it right away. If you feel it glance against your fingers on its way to the floor, that's actually very good, because that means that the distance of the throw was perfect. It only means that the timing of your hand clenching and the ball landing in it were a little bit off. So all you'll have to do next time is close your hand a little faster. If, on the other hand, all you hear is a loud thunk on the floor behind you, look at where the ball landed. If it's way far behind you, that means the distance of the arc from front to back was too far, so you'll want to shorten it up. Of course, similarly, if you throw the ball and it hits you on the back, that means you need to increase the span of that arc. So these little bitty hints that your body and the ball give you all add up to helping you learn how to execute this trick properly. Honestly, to execute the blind catch, that's all there is. It's up to you now to go practice. So go. Go practice. When you've got that down, come back and we'll put it together with the juggle. Go. Go. So you're back. Excellent. You went and you practiced this. You got it down pat? Good. Before we actually move into the blind throw two-up version of the full-blown trick, let's first make sure we know what it feels like just to simply execute the blind catch out of a juggle. In this case, what I'm going to do is rely on the same muscle memory I have built up when I practice the one ball in isolation. Only difference now is, of course, I'm juggling three. So, I'm going to juggle the three, throw the blind catch over my head in the exact same way I practiced before. That will leave one ball in this hand, one in this hand. While that one is in the air, I'm going to take the one in my right hand, I'm going to put it over in the left, and then execute the catch with the newly emptied right hand. That looks something like this. Go practice that. Of course, this trick looks better if you do the blind catch while two of them are up in the air. It really makes it look more like a standard juggling trick. So here's the proper order to accomplish that. We're going to juggle the three. Then when I'm ready, the first throw that I'm going to make to start this trick is going to be the one right there that's going to turn out to be the catch between the legs. As it starts to fall down, that's when I throw the two up. So that as it's coming down and those two have just begun their path upward, I've got time to grab that one, then come back around and catch the two in the air that have started to fall. I'll demonstrate. Juggle, 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 juggle. Blind throw, catch, up. The more you can remember to keep those two out in front of you, the easier it is to come from the catch you just made back to the juggling position. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I hope this tutorial helps you. Get out there, stretch your back, watch out for anything around you. Please don't break your forehead on anything. Have a good time. Bye.